Yo! What's up, YouTube? I am StiffMidget. This is Elden Ring! And you guys are awesome. Let me see, let me give you a warm welcome. Ta-da! This is the Mighty Achilles, of course. We've seen him before. I did a couple of quote-unquote character showcases, right? I can semi-call it that, but not really. I didn't really go over like any of the builds for them that well. I'll do a better character showcase another time. But I showed off a few of my characters. Not all of them. Crap, didn't double check. If you're gonna stream, you should probably double check that your mic isn't muted before you start. Okay, can't cheater hop that little wall. You know what? Fuck it, let's just kill all the demis. Hello, little demi. I decided, instead of bitching about the game all the time, I'm just gonna take what comes and I'm gonna roll with it, right? My brother was watching me play it and he's like, you know, honestly, you're really good at this game. Like, I see the things that you complain about while I'm watching you, and like, yeah, honestly, they're pretty annoying and frustrating, but like, you're really good at this game. And I was like, huh, I didn't really think of myself as being that good at the game, per se. But like, honestly, if I quit complaining, and I just fight, I do pretty good. And of course, I can't win them all. I think my biggest problem is, like, go into this game with the mentality that I have from other games, which is, don't die. If you die, it's over. It's not over if you die. You just reset back to a nearby area and do it again. But, like, I die in other games. You know, it happens. I don't like killing the animals. I don't. I'm gonna do it because hello? Well, I'm gonna try to do it. I'm gonna fail. Thank you. I'm gonna do it because you need it for the items, but like I dislike that gameplay loop in general. I dislike the now what feels dated crafting system. I don't know, to me, this crafting system setup is dated. I don't like it. Like, oh, get exactly these materials to make these exact items. Like, but half the stuff you can just buy, and if any of it can be bought unlimitedly from, like, infinite, like, you know, unlimitedly? Is that the word? I don't know. Whatever. If any of it can be bought at an endless supply, then I mean, just use any of the bajillion different rune farming spots. Like, literally, I found a rune farming spot for a melee character, I found rune farming spot for a non-melee character within the first, like, hour of playing the game. The first time I picked it up, I was like, hey, look, I could farm runes here. And then when I was playing through on a mage for a little bit and had rock sling, not even rock sling, you can just do it with glintstone pebble. Because you find one of these big bastards, it's over here. It's right here. Look, I will literally show you. I will literally show you right now, because I love to show stuff off in this game. That's what I was over here for with my big dumb ass. Hang on. Do. Oh yeah, that's another thing I can show you. It doesn't have to be nighttime for you to... Hello? Is it nighttime? It is late day. Why are there bats? Hello? So one thing I've noticed this game does is it does what I call juggling aggro, which is a concept from MOBAs, as far as I'm concerned. Like, it's not only from MOBAs, you can do it in MMOs. Any game where you and your friend can take threat, but the enemies are really good, the AI is really good at juggling aggro. It will cycle... I heard him. It will cycle through the available targets it can give you until you basically it's like if you're fighting a guy on a horse, the game is going to decide that some of the hits strike the horse and some of the hits strike the guy. Okay, fine. The only issue is that you'll have done enough damage to kill the guy or the horse, but not both, and you'll be sitting there going, damn, I'm basically out of heals. Like, And that's where the get good portion of the... Why? I don't necessarily like getting bullied by the game, but I definitely don't like when they just stand there. Like, I've never been a player who goes and abuses the whole, like, until I got good at Bloodborne, I used the one Father Guac cheese, the one, not the gatefall that kills him, but the fence, not the fence, the railing, the stairs. Where you stand down the stairs, he stands up the stairs. Yeah. I always hit the wrong goddamn button. Alright, so any time of day you can come here and snap and Blythe will get annoyed with you and drop down. Here's my thing. I don't care if it's Vati, I don't care if it's Miss Chalice. Shout out to their channels, Vati Vidya and Miss Chalice, respectively. But somebody needs to do a lore deep dive into why it is exactly that the... Like, what's the connection between Kale and the rest of the merchant guys and the Three Fingers, hold on, and Ronnie and her friends, right? Because Kale and Blythe know each other, and I don't know that it's ever explained to me how. Right? I don't know that the game ever tells me how those two know each other. Just Kale knows Blythe. I mean, on the surface, I took it as, okay, it's a merchant, he knows a guy in the world. No big deal. But then I thought about it. This is a FromSoft game, right? There's never just a trivial association in general. Like, they all know each other for a reason. This is important. That's how I feel about it, at least, is that it's important. Okay, so getting Blythe going is the first part of Ronnie's questline, and since everybody loves the blue puppet lady with 4 arms, we're gonna do Ronnie's questline. Yeet! I'm the biggest fan of that. Hello? Back! Thank you. Overall, I think this game's amazing. The things that I don't like are very specific. I can't get over the fact that enemies don't have a stamina bar, and I do. That's not fair in the sense of, like, look, dude, as soon as I say the words, that's not fair about a FromSoft game, I feel like I'm just laughing at myself for every word that follows, because no shit, of course it's not fair, right? It's a FromSoft game. And, like, I went back and watched Shenpai, shout out to Shenpai, watched Shenpai playing, the different Souls games, and my goodness! They've just really always beat your ass. They've just really always been awful. Like, honestly, if anything, we have more tools at our disposal to fight back now than we used to. And I think it's way better. Dude, Blythe just does so much stagger with that big-ass sword of his. There we go. If you're within, like, the front 180-degree arc, you can pretty much... God damn, what?! Was that because he did a jumping R2 while I did a, That greatsword has so much stagger on it. Like, I really want to do a Blythe build, honestly, for one of my characters, because there are so many strength, int, two-handed colossal weapons. There's the Troll Greatsword, the Ruins Greatsword, the Troll Knight's Sword. It might be called Troll Knight's Sword, it might be called Troll Greatsword. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. I feel like we're just getting to the other side of being under the weather. We'll be better soon. Alright, so this is Ronnie's questline getting started. He gives us a Somber 2. If you have any special weapons that you're using, you can upgrade it to +2, which is equivalent to +4 for a regular weapon. These are basic ass weapons. I have the short spear that I bought from the Twin Maiden Husk at the Round Table Hold, and I have the Weathered Straight Sword that you can farm off of any commoner enemy in the game that is wielding them. Specifically, I went up here to get mine, to the Ailing Village, because I didn't have to clear Margit, this man's. I didn't have to go through Margit the Fell to get the sword. So I was able to go get it and pretty much start my playthrough using the two weapons I wanted for Achilles. Again, this Achilles character is mostly based off of Brad Pitt's portrayal in Troy, right? With my own adaptation to it. Like, I get that he did not do a whole bunch of spear yeeting in the movie, and he didn't kick anyone into a well, but like, come on. Come on. I gotta have some fun. This is the most fun I've had, honestly. Like, Guts, Havel, and Achilles are my 3 favorite ways to play the game. My mage is pretty fun too, let me not lie. Spellcasting just feels kinda... Alright, so it's the idea that, like, yes, you're a glass cannon, right? But I think we can all agree that the Souls community has always kind of seen the core of beating the game as a melee build, right? Like, yes, anyone can throw fireballs, anyone can sling some spells, but if you can beat the game with a melee build, you've beaten the Souls experience, right? That's my takeaway from it, at least. I want to go to this man's shack. I don't specifically need it for anything, I just like to get all the pips. See, here's where the game does itself a huge disservice, right? Well, let's start getting into what I love and hate about Elden Ring. I love this game, I hate this game. I love this game because it's beautiful. I love this game because it's wonderfully designed. I think the things that drew us into Dark Souls 3, like the weapon arts, I really feel like it takes a lot of good strong points from other games and works them into the fold really well. Like, we have power stancing from Souls 2. I don't know what we actually have from Souls 1, to be honest with you. I watched a video about it, but I don't remember. Hey, double stagger. We love that. Kiku! Ha ha ha. Alright. Kick is just mad good. If you are trying to kick against a great shield, be aware. Those bigger enemies, like the captain, I think of him as the captain of the group over at Gatefront. You know, over by Stormville. I'll show you. This spot, Gatefront, right here. Gatefront Ruins, the fellow that's patrolling right here. He walks down at this end. That fella there, the Godric Knight, I guess he would be, technically. I think of him as captain of that little group of soldiers, right? Maybe not a full-out, like, knight captain, you know, but, like, he's the leader of that little group. So recovery frames are a big part of jump attacks. Lighter weapons have... see, he had already... What? Delay, fully charged. So, enemies have... Yeah, there's a thing I hate. Enemies have total invincibility frames during stand-up, for the early part of their stand-up. I can't be sure if that's always been a thing. Right? Like, I can't tell for myself mentally if... Ow. I gotta say, I love the tracking on that thing. I can face away from you and use it, and it will point the right way. Ha! Jumping heavy gave me enough poise on my plunging, quote-unquote, plunging attack. Shut up. Okay, I don't know if I've talked about it yet or not, but I was fighting the dragon Agil in the swamp, right? It's not a swamp. It's not. There are swamps in this game. That's not a swamp. I was fighting Agil. Dragon of the lake or whatever, right? Ooh, the breathing thing. Sorry, when I get excited, my breathing does this weird thingy, and it's not hiccups, but it's... I don't know. I have a lot of weird shit that goes on with me. If I delve too deep into it mentally, I would go insane. You're already insane. That's a valid point. Moving on. I don't know if there's any kind of reward or achievement or point to buying all of the notes, so I don't bother.
Have a safe journey.
I'm pretty sure I've already gone into Liurnia, and thusly, yes, I have a lantern. So you can get a lantern from this guy right here, from the Isolated Merchant. He will sell you a wearable lantern, which I thought that came from Bloodborne. I have since found out that, I want to say it was the Skull Lantern or something in the Dark Souls 1. Basically, wearable light is a thing that we've had for a while. Rest in peace, Solaire. For those of you who don't know, there's two endings to Solaire's questline in Dark Souls 1. On the one hand, you can help him make it to the end, and he will fight Gwyn with you. And on the other hand, he gets a sunlight maggot has taken over his brain, and it's on his face, and you have to fight and kill him. But then you get to wear a sunlight maggot on your head, and it has a light on it. Yay! Poor guy. So, this symbol here is an Evergaol. It is Evergaol, not Gowl. It's Celtic, I think, or Welsh, or something like that. It's like one of those Kelty words. Oh god, I'm gonna get taken off the internet because I don't know how to talk about things. I'm not politically correct. I'm sorry. I'm just not really, like, culturally smart, I guess. I am aware of cultural concepts, but I'm an abnormal chaos engine who just sort of exists, right? Like, humans worry about all of that cultural stuff. I'm an entity of chaos. What do I care? That would be like asking the wind to stop and obsess over what color blouse you're wearing that day. It doesn't have time for that. I respect your right to be your own individual being, and I love you all for being individual beings. That being said, I'm individually chaos. So, love ya. Heck with it, why not? Let's do some PvP!
Ah, there you claim.
Hello, Freak Creeper! If you tell him they are magnificent, it ends his questline until you tell him they were weird. He's like, oh, okay, you're dumber than I thought. And then he'll just chill. Until you say, no, I changed my mind, they were weird. And he'll say, aha, yes! Gotcha. A series of the R2 on the short spear. I don't know what it's like for all spears. I haven't used them. But the R2 is 2 pokes, followed by 2 pokes, and then the charged R2 is 2 pokes followed by 3 pokes if you do the charge into the charge, obviously. I believe you could go non-charged into charge, yes, and you'll still get out the 2 pokes into the 3 pokes, so that'd be a way to get it done faster, right? If you had like some kind of status effect you were trying to apply. You know what I just realized? He fights a lot like Morgott. Margit and Morgott with those daggers? Like, that's literally identical tactics. I've discovered the spear has slightly better, just slightly better, whatchamacallit than the, hello, stupid tree. Stupid tree screwing me. No way. Ha! And that is how Achilles overcomes an Omen Duelist. I don't know if that's what they're called. Don't stand in that. It builds up bleed and it over encumbers you. So you're fat rolling, slow walking, and bleeding out. Don't stand in that. It will kill you, it will shred you, it lasts for ages. Look how long it's still going. It's still going, la 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 la. We could sit and watch it. That stuff lasts for an age. That stuff literally lasted longer than the Elden Ring. I'm not gonna lie, that was actually much easier to fight than normal. I struggle fighting that guy, but Achilles just seems to have a great toolkit, and it was something I noticed when I came up with this build on Dark Souls 3, because that's where I came up with this build. I found the Follower's Javelin, and I was like, hey, throwing spear. Yes, don't mind if I do. Stop that. Stop that. He went rolling? Where'd he go? Alright, so theoretically this should keep me safe from that foe, right? Being up here. But like, aha, there he is. I just wanted to know where you went, man. There we go. This armor is really tanky, and I'm not sure if I want to take it off. To be 100. I want to keep it on. Hello? Hit your friend in the face? No? Hit your friend in the face? There we go. I was gonna say that third one should produce a stagger. Bigger enemies seem to Bigger enemies seem to take out a third hit. Okay. These guys aren't scary. It's only when they're the blood Albinarics that they're scary. If you adjust to this game's pacing, basically you just have to condition yourself for this game's pacing. Look, I love combat in the Souls games. I really do. I must. I have hundreds of hours on the Souls games. I must love them. But I definitely hate... I hate the... Oh man, I had a great train of thought for this one. I love the combat for the Souls games. Aww, come back, train of thought. Something will trigger it and then we'll go back to it. I love the Souls combat, I really do. This game has... There it was. I love Souls combat, especially when it feels instinctive and smooth. Like, for me, Bloodborne fights mostly felt instinctive. Like, I didn't need to know what the bosses were gonna do. I could just kind of see what they were doing and just sort of really react to it, you know? You could just dodge. Like, it's... I don't know. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Maybe I'm just aggrandizing it because I love the game so much. We do tend to dismiss the flaws of that which we love. I'll say that for sure. So, he wants me to go invade people. Now, you can check where invasions are already going on, or where PvP is already going on, by looking with the, by pressing the L1 on a PS4. I don't know what the button is on PC. I haven't played this on PC. And then it would be the left bumper on an Xbox. But the issue is, players keep finding ways to cheese. So I tend to go, like, for example, places that have got I like to go to like catacombs. Like here, we'll go to Stormfront, right? You got to be really careful teleporting into these places. Some of these places that you'll teleport into don't have a way out of, except by walking. Do. Okay. First I'll spend my runes. I know. I don't have to correct myself. I called them runes this time. They're not souls, they're not echoes. They're runes. What are they called in Sekiro? I don't know, but that's the next title I'm looking to pick up and play through is Sekiro. Oh yeah. While you're on this screen, if you click in your right thumbstick, boop, and you're on the simplified view, it does not close your menu when you use these. So then I can use the selected number and just keep going to the next one, because otherwise I would have to reopen the menu every time, right? Now, you say, I don't know how many runes I have. Okay, so when you use the last one, you just click the button. There, that's how many runes I have, 17,000. Ta-da! No big deal. Alright. I decided I wanted to be able to wield the pike as well, so that's what we're going for. My brain broke for a second. So you don't have to actually kill the host. You just have to invade 3 worlds. What was he attacking though? So I do like this build because it really comes down to my skill level, because these weapons are not carrying me in terms of damage. Alright, this is taking too long. I will go somewhere else. I mean, technically... You know what? I like to invade while people are fighting the dragon. Look, if I'm invading into people who are likely to be throwing the sun at me and swinging the endgame weapons at me, I want to have some kind of equalizer on the battlefield. With how big the game is, I can kind of see why they wouldn't make it so that you can be invaded when you're by yourself. I kinda get it. But on the other hand, on a very real note, that's one of my... Like, whenever I was playing through Souls 3 in the early game, I'm sitting there going, oh man, I hope I don't get invaded. But low-key, that was one of the best things, was I summon a couple of people and then almost immediately, I'm gonna get invaded. Why? Don't be like that. Okay, let's go. There we go. Invasion time, invasion time. Achilles is here to take your land. It's not my fault, the king told me to. Achilles wouldn't be British. Greek, maybe, not British. Achilles isn't Greek either. I mean, he fought for the Greeks, but he himself was not Greek. Please don't be cheesing off a cliff somewhere. Hold on. They're probably cheesing off a cliff somewhere. You love to see it. Where are we? Yep, they're definitely cheesing off a cliff. However, what I don't think they realize is they're ways to get around to where they are right now without having to use torrent. Like, I see what you're doing, bud, but you actually picked the wrong spot for it. Hey, look. Yeet. Yeet. Is that Golden Vow? That's the friggin'... Ugh. This is not going to go in my favor. I need an ally or three. Well, at least it's not a frickin' whatchamacallit. Yes, I see you edging closer to me, douchebag. Aw, man. What, fair and balanced gameplay? Eh? Oh, well. There was no way I was winning that. He's running a friggin'... I don't know how far you've been in the game, but... your build is pretty advanced for you to be running that weapon one-handed. Because you had it with a shield, so... that's okay. That's okay. If they would have dueled me with honor, I would have easily been able to beat them, but people don't do that. They think they're honorable because they 2v1'd me, but like, guys, you just don't understand how that's not a fair fight, do you? Yay, love that. Like, fundamentally, you people just don't get it.
Well, you invaded me, so it's fair that me and my friend are able to jump you.
No, it's not. Like, yes, if I want to duel, I should duel, but like, people are douching it up for duels too. You sit there, use all the host buffs and all this bullshit, and have twice as many heals and stuff, and that's nothing. People heal in duels, like, y'all scummy. Y'all sit there and Taunter's Tongue and then heal. Like, come on. There ain't nobody but him. That's cool. Whatever, at least I've invaded 2 worlds. There ain't nobody but him, huh? One of the most popular games on the planet right now, and there's one guy I can invade, huh? Sure. Seems legit. Fine. Go somewhere the hell else then. I don't have any waypoints in Caelid? Neat! I guess I've just never been in Caelid. Oh well. Okay. What I was saying before, I love the combat of the Souls series. I hate the way that it's counterintuitive again. They had brought the combat to a point where it was intuitive. It was a flow to the fight where you get a turn after they take a turn. What? I guess I'm getting invaded by Anastasia, Tarnished Eater, Man-Eater Mildred. Like, guys, come up with new concepts. This is Man-Eater Mildred, literally. Like, come up with new concepts. No. No. Alright, so if you have heals, use them. If you don't, you're gonna die. I was about to hit the button to clip that. Because I'm so used to clipping segments. Guys, can we talk about how many videos I have just sitting, waiting for me to put them out there? I have clipped so many fights with so many things. Ow. Okay. Okay. Alright, a little bit too dodge happy there. Yeah, I dislike the way that combat has changed. I've talked about it before, but plenty of people have talked about it before. Delayed attack the game. This is the game of, oh, you thought I was gonna swing? Roll 3 more times, and then I might swing. But you better keep spamming the roll, because the time that you don't, I'm gonna combo you 8 hits together in a row, and you know you're gonna die, because the combat literally never is the same from one fight to the next for no goddamn fucking reason. Like, the enemies feel like they have a hive mind and they learn from each fight collectively. So like that first guardian with the sword spear that I just fought, fight's not that hard, right? But like each cumulative guardian after that, and because this game is just, you know, so well designed, there's just so much enemy diversity. Like, reskinning the knights 8 times for different areas does not make it enemy diversity. Reskinning the dudes with the... What the fuck? He was facing me. Whatever. Reskinning things and putting them in a new area and making them hit harder is not new enemies.
Well, these are the Godric Knights, and these are the Radon Knights.
These are the... No. They're all the same bullshit, and I'm tired of it. Where's some goddamn enemy diversity? Where's some intelligent design? Where's anything other than just fucking 200 hours of basically the same 20 hours worth of stuff? Like, if you took every enemy and you only took one instance of its appearance, I wonder how much less content would be in the game. Like if you just took out every other area where an enemy appears again, right? So like, whatever you decide is the first Putrid Tree Spirit, the original, that's the only one. None of the rest of them are in the game. The rest of the, not the 3 that you find in Laernia, or not Laernia, Leyndell. Get out of here with that shit, bruh. See what I mean? Collectively learning from the previous fights to make it fight you differently and better. Like each enemy fights better than the last, even though they're the same exact foe. Like why is it different like that? What the hell? If the arc can reach you, then the arc can reach you. It shouldn't screw me like that. Hello? Bruh. Yes. 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 I don't know if you can tell, but I like these. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Those go well. Even if we don't keep this particular armor, that's a really good accent to it. Ooh, actually, I wanted... So, fuck this dude. Nope, I'm pretty sure you one-shot me at this level and I'm not about it. These attacks are such BS. Go away. Go away. Oh my god, he's already doing that? Help! Help, I'm being lasered at. Nah, combat's just so unintuitive anymore. Yes, I can fight a boss and learn its moves, but like... The stakes of America make it a little more forgivable. But... like... I don't know, man. It's just... Nah. You know? Like, don't. I think if I beat this place, I get the Kaled soldiers. And the Kaled soldiers... Yeah, fuck you, buddy. The Kaled soldiers have fire on their weapons, and we really want that. That's really strong. They get tons of stagger, because the one of them is using like a great sword. Like a fucking claymore. And he has double swing, and the other one I think has like a crossbow? Maybe? I can't remember. Now I want to say this is the one, yeah, where I'll need to go down here. Yeah. Hello. For how... Okay, what was I fighting earlier? I was playing earlier, and I was fighting that giant that's right outside the Third Church of America. Hello? Okay. Okay. But as soon as I go to hit him, the one over here is gonna hit me. So, here's where we come back to love-hate. I love the level design of FromSoft levels. I hate the AI where it will not budge. Oh, wow. You actually came out here. Holy shit. But yeah, where it just tries really desperately to screw you over. Like, oh, please fall for this. Hello? He wasn't even stood up and he was skittering to the side. Garbo. If you don't walk into rooms, but like just sort of walk into almost into... I'll try to show you. There are areas where enemies will jump you based on where you would have walked at your normal walking pace. So, like, they are literally triggered to run up and attack, not you directly, but in front of them. Yes. Stagger bar don't show up on screen because stagger is arbitrary. Stagger just happens when it feels like it. I don't feel like I have any actual control over when stagger's gonna happen. It just happens on its own. Yeah, combat feels counterintuitive instead of smooth. Like, the whole idea of dodging an enemy's attack is that, for one fucking thing, it should feel instinctual, right? Like, he raises his arm to swing, I should dodge him when it feels right to dodge him. There should be no point. Is this the right way? I don't like this. There should be no point where... Eh? Crabs? Crabs? Why am I worried? Crabs? There should be no point where the combat is literally... Like, this game literally roll catches, okay? Where previous games, you roll. This title will roll catch you. So you have to, like, change it up. But it's not every attack. It's not like, oh, just don't move and you'll be fine. No, summon, because the delay is so long that you have to memorize the timing, because the attacks come out too fast to actually be reacted. That's just the long and the short of it. They come out too fast to react to in terms of frames. Oh, I have great reflexes. That's wonderful. So do I. The attacks come out too fast for your character to move into iframes before getting hit. It's just how the frame data works. Frame data favors their attack, not your defense. Yeah. Favors their attack, not your defense. I also hate that there's so many enemies and assets reused from previous titles. Between the stuff that didn't make it into previous titles that they put into this game, like the Snake Spirit, and then the things that they just straight up reused in this game, but reskinned some of them, like the Thralls, that are now the Imps. Like, shut the fuck up, actually. That's terrible game design, in my opinion. Lazy as fuck. Like, you could have done anything with the Lands Between, and so what'd you do? You gave us a bunch of enemies we've already seen. Nope, seems terrible to me. This... I don't know, man. The game just feels so half-assed for how long they worked on it. The more I think about it, the more I do find that to be a big problem I have with this title, actually. They really just reused so many assets from previous titles when they had the opportunity to do so much new stuff. And instead of giving us new content, they reskinned old content, gave us tons and tons and tons and tons of one-way dead-end dungeons, which we said from Dark Souls 2 we don't like. I feel like I'm missing a whole ass part of this stupid fucking area, and I can't... Dude, this is why I hate this goddamn... I hate this fucking catacombs. This is what's bad about these dungeons, is they're all like mazes, and then you can't fucking ever find anything, and then you go through the whole goddamn thing and still can't find anything. You're like, wait, I already went through here, where the fuck is it? No, I needed to go this fucking way, right? Fucking hell, dude. There it is. God damn it. And then they all are literally identical tile sets, so in my head, I can't even oh, nope, we're definitely summoning. Fuck that. In my head, I can't even differentiate between, like, the different... Oh, no. Oh, God, I wonder how much of that we're gonna get. Evan's just spamming it. spamming it and taking turns spamming it. Oh, terrible boss design. Seriously? Oh my god. Okay. Well, we aren't winning this one, kids. Bro. That attack is so good. Wait for it. Wait for it. We're gonna get spam cheesed to death. I don't even hurt them. Yeah, fuck it. Just kill me. The amount of damage I don't do to you is trivial. Alright, I want the treasure out of beating this place, but my character needs about, I don't know, 300 more levels in his sword. No, I'm okay. Is this my first playthrough? Yes and no. This is not my first character, but I've also never beaten the Elden Beast. My furthest character is Havel the Rock. He's in, what the fuck is that place? The Snowfields. And as soon as I got to the Ruins of Zamor, and a whole boss from the Weeping Peninsula is the only enemy present in the entire ruins. There's like 12 of them, 15 of them, and they want you to fight 3 at once in some spots of it. I killed all but the last 2, and then they kept doing the cheesy spin move thing where they dance backwards and dash and all that, and then got killed. Not cool. Is this your first play? Why do they ask questions and then bounce instantly? Oh well. Hey, I had a person in my chat for a split second. That means this video had 1 view. Yay! I actually want to switch characters though, so I'm gonna go dump this guy off somewhere nice and safe, like Church of LA. And I'm gonna hop on a different character. I think I'm gonna get on my mage for a while. Need any runes? Oh, it says you're not there anymore. That's weird. I appreciate the offer. Runes are easy to farm. My character just really needs to be stronger. Like I'm using I'm using the short spear +4 and the weathered straight sword +4, and I was over at the Kaled friggin' burial site or the catacombs because I want the soldiers out of there. But I mean that's more of a late game thing, or later in the game. I don't need it right now. I actually was about to switch over to a different character. First, I'm going to use the bathroom real quick, so I will be right back. So, bear with me, or go have a nice day. I don't know. I'll be right back! Yay! Much better, much better. Anyway, what I was discussing before... if you want to drop... I don't know if you're on PlayStation, but if you wanted to drop me the, if you have a copy of... What's his name? Godric's Fist Weapon that you're not using? Dante needs another one? So I can have 2, and I'm not going to be able to actually get a second one until I run through the whole game and kill Godric again on New Game Plus. But short of that, there's really not anything that I want that I can't get. until my next playthrough. So if you happen to be on PlayStation and wanted to drop me one, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna run around on my mage for a while. So I was making a mage, and I love and hate magic in the Souls series. I think it makes it too easy, but I also think it teaches you a whole different play style than melee, and like obviously, but on a more fundamental level. Melee is looking for a way to close the gap with every enemy. They have no choice, right? Achilles, I have some option because I can throw the spear at people, but do I have on the Moonveil? I do have on the Moonveil. How disappointing of me. Don't worry, I'm not a Moonveil spammer. It's just there as like a backup. Just about anything if you don't feel like doing a quest line. No. I appreciate that, but I feel like the content is at least... Look, this is supposed to be the pinnacle of FromSoft's games, right? Never mind the fact that it's mostly rehashed and reskinned and recycled, but, you know, this is the pinnacle. So, I adore this title. I mean, hell, Mike, let's look at how many hours I have on my different characters. You tell me if I like this game or not. Hold on. I just want to do some math in my own head, because I don't even know how many hours I have right now. I know that just on Havel I have a week worth of hours, like literally 140 hours. It's like a week or something. It might be more than a week. I don't know. Let's see. So first character, 14 and a half. Second character, 65. 14 plus 65, 79. Call this 29. So call that 100. No, 110. 50 hours, 49 hours, 150, 165, holy crap. 215, oh Jesus. 360, 70? Well, I will get on Dante. Come to the Church of Ele. It's just the most easiest spot. Church of Ele. I think my favorite Souls game will always be Bloodborne. Or my favorite FromSoft game will always be Bloodborne. It's the only game I've got Platinum on, where like I actively went out of my way to get it. Of course, I had the advantage of Cowboy, Fighting Cowboy. He has a 100% platinum guide on YouTube, so I just pretty much followed along with that. Now, granted, you still have to play through the game yourself and accomplish it, but having a guide on where to pick up every item, what things to do in what order to be able to get all 3 endings on one playthrough, it was nice. It was nice. I definitely will say this is the only game series where the quests are... it's the only game series I've played where the quests just feel so missable. Like, there's so much content that I can just totally never see. And it crushes my soul. Yeah, I love being under the weather. Should we use a... It does get kind of boring. There's so many different weapons in it that, like, yes, all the Souls games have a lot of weapons, but trick weapons have their own unique appeal that nothing else comes close to for me. I don't know. Being able to swing the weapon and then turn it into something else in the middle of the combo to continue the combo is just so cool. And then the combat is much faster and smoother because this is clunky and weird. No one does this. I promise you. I was in the Marines 5 years and I promise you. 713? No, I am not level 713. No. None of my characters are over level 1 720. I'm not judging. The levels go up to like 800 and something on previous Souls titles. I don't judge anybody. I just try to keep near the meta, so that way if I ever think I'm good enough for PvP, I can PvP. What the fuck was that? Was that the donkey? Hello? I swear I just heard a weird sound, but I don't know what made it. I believe it. With all the ways to power level in this game. Wrong button. The password is word pass. Oh, yeah, you right. It is, it's the crucified dudes. That always throws me off. I forget that they are... I picked the password of word pass, because I'm brilliant and unoriginal. I have tons of original ideas, but not when I want to be creative. Then I seem to struggle. Yay. The weather's been doing this wonderful thing where it's hot during the day and then it gets cold at night, and I leave my window open, and then I wake up and I'm like, man, it's cold, and then I have this terrible cough and I don't like it. Word pass. Yeah. Inspired, I know. No, those guys will groan any time of day. The crucified dudes. What I don't understand is the guys that are randomly on the chairs. Like, some of them almost make sense, and then there are ones that make no sense at all. Like, why... Oh, where is he? He's looking at the tree. Somewhere, like, up in the Altus Plateau, I want to say, there's a guy who's just sat in a chair, just facing the Erd tree, but it's like, why? I don't know. NPCs in this game series have always had this special quality. Here? Down here? Are you on PlayStation? If you're not on PlayStation, I don't even know if I can find you. And where would I look for your sign? Oh, Elden Ring, please let this work. Use perform matchmaking on. It should be on. Perform matchmaking. Word pass. Eh? Meh. I don't know. Or is it over here? No. That was not what I... Aw. I don't see it anywhere. Nope. Nope, it's spelled just like that. Word pass. Here, we'll make it even easier. Word. Just the word word. Word. We'll try that one. I don't know. This is the game that ever since they patched it, they broke the connections, so I just expect it to never work right when I'm trying to interact with people. Like, what was it, after patch 0.04, I want to say? All we had was just disconnect, 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 could not connect, crash to desktop, disconnect. Yay! This is what we've waited years for. I don't know. I love the game. I also think they could have done a lot more with it and done a lot better with it than what they did. It's specific things that I don't like because they're intentional. When there's a monkey, a little lemur thing, way off in the distance, and there's a group of guys in front of me with a sword using the remedy? Oh, bruh. No, I totally was not using the Furl Calling Finger remedy because I'm brilliant. I totally forgot I had to use that thing, man. Balls of Astora. Jesus Christ! Oh my god, he's wearing the twin set, and then he's got the frickin'... He's got 2 Troll Slayer, Giant Slayer, whatever that is. But no, yeah, I was not smart and did not have on the finger remedy. I do have on the finger remedy now. That could have been part of the problem. Also, I changed the password to just word because I thought that was the issue. And forgot entirely that I needed to put on the roll calling. Oh gosh. 'Cause in... Huh? Wait, is that you? Balls of Astora? It wants me to summon adversary. Is that you? Is that how I'm supposed to do this? I guess that would make sense if that was you, if you've got like a gajillion runes. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm gonna summon this character and get smashed, and it's totally not gonna be you at all. They're gonna be like, "Ah, boom! How dare you touch the balls of Astora!" I'm so sorry! There will just be Dante pancakes for sale for the next week. You don't happen to have the, what is it, the fire giant whip, do you? Should I have asked that before summoning you? Possibly. Hello, hello. Strength. Yeah, this is my Dante character. I feel like this is pretty good stinger. I was really disappointed with the repeating... Ooh! Ooh, yay! I don't have to go all the way, because I was using the fire whip. But this has the Ash of War on it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hang on. Yeah! Yeah! There you go. Yeah! Woohoo! How to really be Dante. Ooh! 2 of them. Oh dear gosh. What am I gonna do to people with 2 of them, Jesus? Oh no! This thingy? Do you have one of these? The grafted dragon? The Godric fist? Yeah, don't you have to rebirth to get that emote? Yeah, you have to rebirth to get that emote. Because I have to go through the game a whole second time to get another grafted dragon. You can't even use the remembrance again to get another one, because that stupid broad only carries 1. I was like, oh, I'll just go and get the remembrance. Plus 9. Yeah, no, I can't even see it. Plus 9. I don't have anything, because that would be like a plus 18 in my game. And the highest I've got is plus 4s right now. Plus 4s, and then the grafted dragon is plus 2. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Because I thought, you know, I'll just... Because, I mean, this still does the job. Whee! Wait, no, don't hit the donkey. Don't hit the donkey. Oh, thank God. 5 minutes? I mean... Sure? That's a lot of runes. Yeah? I guess when someone offers you 5 million runes, you don't say no. Yeah, I'll take 5 million runes. How do I get 5 million runes? Wait. Oh my god! Oh, that's how you get 5 million runes. Oh my god. I'm fine. I'm fine. Really, I swear. Oh, dude. The grace is dimmed while you're here. That's neat. The call of grace is still there, but the grace itself is dimmed while you're here. That's neat. Dang. 5 million runes. Hang on, where is it? Oh, I don't have it yet. I did, man! You gave me friggin' 5 million runes, and I'm just like, and I'm dead. Eruption. Oh, but what I was saying before you popped into my chat, though, is that the game is fun and great, but the combat needs to chill, because the whole thing where enemies roll catch you on purpose most of the time, but then if you don't roll, God forbid you don't roll, I'm like, okay. It thinks we're in combat. Oh! Oh! Ah! That's why it thinks we're in combat. It started the combat music once you locked onto me. It literally tattled. It said, "You're in combat now." That's the only way I knew you were about to try to start, or about to try to kill me. Ah! Yikes. I really don't want to. I made Havel. Do you want to see him? Ow, ow. Ooh, wait. There we go. Hiya! Oh no! Oh no! Don't squish me! Ow. What happened? Oh, that's what happened. Can you parry, what you call it? Yeah, that. I was wondering if you could parry a kick. I don't think you can you? No, but you can two-hand shield punch poise through a kick. What? Now I've seen everything.
I don't wanna die.
I thought that fighting the Tree Sentinel, the Draconic one, was gonna be really hard to get Havel's club and shield, but then, because obviously there's no Dragon Tooth in the game, right? I'm having the hardest time making Havel's armor. I went with the Bull Goat gloves and pants, and then I put on the scaled armor, and then I just used the bird helm, the marionette bird helm, because it kind of fits the aesthetic. Ow. Yeah, that works. Thanks for the runes? 5 million runes. Jeez. I wonder then, I have to wonder if you got that from farming or if you've got like hacks. Right? Malformed dragon? Yeah, because of the stone mohawk and the high face, like the shape of his helm is really distinctive. the knights, like the tree sentinel and the other ones, are pretty close, kinda, but not really, you know. Wait. Oh. I can't use that unless my rune arc is active for me to have. There. Oh, but I have 5 million runes, so I'll just level up. Yeah, yeah. There's no good gear for Havel. It's just the long and the short of it. Cause full bull goat looks stupid. Full bull goat looks stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. I will never condone that as a good armor set. I don't think so. I think it looks retarded. You're not supposed to say that word, but it looks stupid. I don't like it. Jesus, what do I do with all these runes? Need more endurance. Oh, Jesus. I can take my character. What level can I can go to level 135 right now? That's nuts. Okay. Alright. That's nuts. Yeah, the gear set, for how faithfully they kept putting Havel's gear in the previous titles, and then it's just totally not present in this title. Meanwhile, the Moonlight Greatsword has been in everything. It's probably in Sekiro somewhere that I'm just not aware of. Like, I don't know. I'm not a fan. I like the Moonlight Greatsword. I'm not a fan of the fact that, for no good reason, it's just everywhere. Like, what? Ronnie doesn't use the Dark Moon Greatsword. None of her followers use the Dark Moon Greatsword. Why are we given the Dark Moon Greatsword? This is the sword of her consort. Havel and Oscar. Is Oscar's set not present? The helm that you're wearing looks just like it. I feel like you can get close to Oscar's armor. The one I want is Ornstein, because I'm a huge fan of the just I have big spear with lightning, and I have axes with lightning. I'm a big fan. I don't know. I haven't tried to put together an Ornstein build, but I don't know if I could do an Ornstein build. I don't know what to spend the rest of the runes on. Alright, I still have 20 more levels I can use. I don't know what other... Good lord. Well, I just added 1,000 health to my character. Altered Fire Prelate Armor? For which one? For Ornstein? Altered Fire... words. Altered Fire Prelate Armor. Not Smo. Ornstein. Not the big one, the skinny one. No. That's Smo. I want his skinny buddy. That is badass, though. The Smo armor is badass, but I want his skinny friend. Because when you fight the duo in Souls 1, the skinny one who's got the lightning, because Smo was never a knight, right? He was an executioner, and he was strong enough to be a knight, but, Smo's awesome. You can totally... that's the other thing about this game. You can totally do a Smo cosplay. Fire Prelate Hammer, Fire Prelate Armor. Like, you can totally do a Smo cosplay. Where the fuck is Ornstein? Show my boy some love. Damn it. For that matter, everybody forgot about Hawkeye Goth. So, and I mean, that motherfucker was blind and shot a dragon out of the sky. Speaking of blind and dragons and things that are totally not related to either of those, do you happen to have the Gargoyle Sword? Like the greatsword, I think. I think it's a greatsword. I have it on Havel because it looks like one of Dante's swords. Basically, I'm trying to make obviously Dante. No, better yet, I know what I want. If you have it, the armor piece that drops off, the red cloak that drops off of the duelists all the way up in the snow area. You know, I'm talking about the giants. The red duelist guy, like the I think they're the rotten version of the duelist dudes who patrol outside Lanedale. Do you know what I'm talking about? They have on a red cloak, and it's like the best piece of gear I'd be able to find for Dante, probably in the whole game. But I'm not going to be able to get there until I've gone through the whole game. Why would you have a recurring style of the... Yeah, no, I don't know. They definitely... They also do Solaire's Helm. Solaire's Helm is in this game. It's the Great Helm that you can buy. He's over in Caelid. This vendor over here. This guy right here. He sells you the full champion set, and then he sells Solaire's Helm. Oh yeah, I have to put. I have to use this. I spent 3 million. I still have 2 million, and until I figure out what stats I need for the other pieces of... I don't even know what other pieces of gear I would put on this. What does the pulley crossbow take? Because that's my best approach for Dante's guns is to use the black key crossbow and the pulley crossbow with firebolts and exploding bolts. It's like the best thing I can do. Yeah, dude, there's nothing that has a sun emblem. You can't make Solaire's gear. You can put on Solaire's helm, but you cannot make Solaire's gear. I have Achilles as one of my characters, and I'm realizing there's basically no good round shields. Like, there are small round metal shields, but there are no Greco-Roman style round metal shields. I don't think. I haven't seen any. Like, yes, I could go with the fucking Tree Sentinel shield, but come on. That's a little bit bigger than we're looking for, you know? That's like the other extreme. I want something in the middle. Oh, I'm smart. Your sign's right here.
Balls of Astora!
Whips are really cool, though. I will say that. What's it look like? Because I know there's the gilded, what is it? The gilded iron round shield or whatever the hell. Basically, all the ones I found are too small. Do you know what I'm talking about, though, from the movie Troy? How Achilles has that big-ass round gold shield? If it looks like that, awesome. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep rocking the basic shield that dude has. I would also need to change characters. Please? What? Wait, what? Where's the... Oh, okay. I was like, where's the cloak? So I have to... Okay, I have to use the, whatchamacallit. I have to use the bonfire or Bach and alter it, and then it'll have it. I got you. Yeah, pulley crossbow means I can... Where is it? Oh, I guess I can just use it now. I will save these rooms until... Because now I can look up what I need for the rest of Dante's build, basically. Right, because if we do this, and we have... Yeah! I forgot. Hold on, where is it? Yay! And then I'm gonna put Impaling Thrust on this. Owie. Because that's cool and all, but it doesn't look at all like not okay. Ow! Okay. Nice. Are those the noble Slender swords? Those have a really rare drop rate. You farmed forever to get that. Or you just have buttons that get you items easier. One of the two. Because those are definitely ultra rare weapons, if those are what I think they are. Those are the straight swords the nobles drop, right? They're like a whole hand longer than all other straight swords, I think. I think that's what that was. I'm pretty sure. Like, one of my favorite things in Dark Souls 3 was PvP. I adored PvP. Could not get enough. Altar. Yay! Yes! Yeah, let's go! Hell yeah, brother. I can't thank you enough. Yes! Yes. You can have maxed item discovery. It's still one of the rarest drops in the game. I'm hip. Who was it did a build about that? Hell yeah, boy. And for now, we'll put flame on it. But ultimately, I need to make it to where... Oh, damn. Where do I get that? I have to go get the wet blade. The one that lets me lightning enchant. Because technically, this weapon is supposed to be lightning enchanted, not fire enchanted. Actually, I should probably not enchant it, because I have other weapons that have fire damage, and I need something for... Oh my god, there's a second person in my... Well, not now, but a second ago there was a second person in here. That's like the most I've ever had. Crazy! I was really disappointed with Impaling Thrust. No, Repeating Thrust. Because Dante has that one move where he's like, many stabs! But many stabs is not nearly as cool in this game as it is in that game. So, I went with other options. Like, I can't shoot both crossbows at once. Oh, okay, so if I load both, I can shoot... Hey, I like that! And then if I put exploding bolts on... Okay, so if I put fire bolts on the right one and exploding bolts on the left one, I have noticed that when I load the crossbow, it's only technically loaded. It's not actually loaded with one arrow or the other. It's just loaded in the sense of now it'll be able to shoot. But I can press either button to load it up, and then press either button to shoot. Like I can press R1 to load the crossbow, and then press R2 to shoot the other type of bolt, even though I pressed R1 to load it. Okay, so I gotta get used to the move set. Repeating Thrust is decent. Right on. Okay, then when I get to the part of the game where I get a Gargoyle Straight Sword, maybe I'll make that one have... Just press button. When I get to the part where... Yeah, that looks so good with the cloak. I can't thank you enough. I'm so happy. Gonna play through the game as fucking Dante. And actually look the part instead of having to wait all the way to the end of the game. Man. Stylish. Oh, goodness, goodness. Any pants? I think... Let me check. I think... Pretty much, no. Yeah, not really, no. These pants work fine. It's mostly the red cloak, and then he just wears, like, simple gloves, so the vulgar militia gloves, and then any pants that have dark pants and dark boots work pretty well. I think, honestly, what we're wearing is fine now. Wait, what? I have a buff. Oh! Oh, right! Because of this! Right? Maybe? I want to say it's because of that. I have a buff on me that I think comes from... No. Wait. What is that buff? I've never seen this buff before. I have a buff, and I don't know what it's from. I have a buff on my character, and I have no idea what it is. I don't know where it came from, either. Tumble buffing? Oh! I'm aware of the many different exploits. I don't bother with them. I like to try to out-skill people instead of out-cheese. I mean, if I just want to cheese people, there's so many ways. I'm not about it. I like to be better than people. I especially like to be better than the people who think they're good because cheese. I don't... Is that what the buff is that or the debuff or whatever? Is that what that symbol means? I need to know. I have to Google now. Elden Ring buff icons circle? Yeah, the circle of dots. What's the circle of dots? It's exactly what I want to know. Oh, it's a markup that says that I have a... Okay. That symbol means that I have a password for PvP set. That's what that symbol means. So there's a symbol of eight little dots in a circle. That symbol means that I have a password set. Today I learned. I feel so smart. Goodness. No. I think the snakes have to be showing for you to get the debuff. Cause like right now, with the snakes hidden because I altered it, right? It doesn't even mention. Yeah, dude. Literally, it changes the definition. Well, not the yeah, it changes the item description. So the Rotten Gravekeeper cloak, the snakes are covered by the cloak. So here's the description. Thick, bristly cloak, eaten through by scarlet rot. Symbol of an underground the symbol of an underground gravekeeper station, right? But then if I alter the cloak and take it off, and all I have is the snakes, it says cloak wrapped with bronze snakes, eaten through by scarlet rot. Worn by gladiators who were driven from the Colosseum, the wearer becomes a slightly easier target for foes. You only have the debuff wearing the altered form because the snakes are visible. Because the snakes are covered by the cloak, this does not give you the debuff. That's amazing. I was a little worried about that. I am not an easier target because they can't see the snakes. That is such a cool detail. I also didn't realize that there was that level of depth to the gear that you could actually alter whether or not it'll give you a buff or debuff by whether or not the cape is on it. That's pretty neat. See? One of the many things I love about this game. They got that right. That's really cool. That makes builds so nuanced. Like, holy cow, that just makes me wonder what all gear in the game has stuff attached to it that if you alter it, it'll change like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, no, it doesn't give you the snake debuff because... Here, and now I want to see what the snakes look like. Poor Bach. He's a... Master, were you altering your gear without me? I want to say, if that's the same icon that you get when you have Shabriri's Woe, and I don't know because I haven't used that talisman except for the one time I used it to check what it did, and then I went and started over without that talisman. But unless that's the same symbol as Shabriri's Woe, in which case, they basically, you have permanent taunt, right? So like if you were in a group, or if you had summons, it'd be the idea if you put it on your Mimic tier, and then you swapped off your gear, it'd be the same as if you had on the, what's that called? If you had on Shabriri's Woe, used Mimic tier, took off Shabriri's Woe. Then your Mimic is taunting the boss the whole fight, and the boss can't help it. They just, oh no, I must kill this creature. But I feel what you're saying, though. The AI is so quick to pick up on you swinging on them that if you press your attack button, you don't even have to connect. As soon as you tell the game, I'm gonna swing on the boss turns around and starts whooping your ass. Like, I've seen it on Margit the Fell, especially. Someone will be swinging on Margit. I'll go to swing on Margit. His wind-up will be facing towards them, and then he'll turn and hit me because I was the last one to go to hit him. Like, that's how in-depth it checks your shit. Oh, I'm at the wrong spot. I want to upgrade this. Summons exist. Oh, dude. No, yeah. Elden Beast is... I haven't made it there. The game feels guilty of what most of the Souls games suffer from, and that is that the early parts of the game are really in-depth, really detailed, really fleshed out, really good. You know, just feel really good to play. And the deeper you get into the game, the shittier it gets. And this game is just as bad for that. Like, literally, there's basically nothing to do in the Snowfield of Giants. But it's, like, the biggest area in the game or something. Like, it's huge for no reason with nothing to do. You know? I can't say that that's good game design. Like, if the area is huge, then give me stuff to do. Like, in terms of number of, like, named areas, there's, like, 20-something named areas. Whereas other... Damn it, I need to go to... I haven't been through there? Alright, I guess I'll go through there. Fine. La 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 la... I don't have any smithing stones. Gonna get smithing stones. That's what I'm talking about is mountaintop. Like, the mountaintop is really empty for how big it is. And then the last real area, the Halig Tree. I mean, I don't know if it's the last real area. I don't know if you go to Halig Tree or Faramazula last. I haven't been. But, because like I said, I got up to Ancient Ruins of Zamor, and there's nothing but boss monsters as far as the eye can see. And I mean, I believe in making a game difficult as much as the next person, but I'm also working on getting a degree in game design, and from that standpoint, I think about games from a development standpoint, and it's just lazy. The game didn't need to be this big for them to reuse the same assets 800 times. And not literally, but like, once you've seen the first third of the game, you've basically seen every enemy type you're going to encounter, with a few small exceptions. Ooh, I get to fight a dragon. Hello, dragon! Are you Lindsay Lohan? Ugh. I missed. Come back. Okay. Like the, what is it? Future Fried, the tree spirit, right? The pickle? We see that enemy like 15 frickin' times. It's kinda dumb. Okay. I did not get hit there. He is really pissed off about me having summons. Like, he is just spamming his fire. Why are you over there? Okay. Yeah, I don't feel like reusing the same enemy 40 times, or like if I find an enemy in one spot, and then I go find that same enemy in 3 more spots, but it's got different health and different damage every time for no real reason, like, that's just simulated difficulty, and that's not fun or good, you know? It's artificial inflation of difficulty. I feel like the enemies don't have a stagger bar on screen for the same reason. Artificial inflation of difficulty. If we look at the Melania fight, I've seen the videos that prove through frame data that she cancels her own stagger to dodge out of your attacks. Like, you can stagger her, right? Build the stagger bar, and then she just stops being staggered and dodges your attacks. That's why stagger bar doesn't appear on screen on this game, because stagger is arbitrary and the game will do away with your stagger when it wants to. It isn't like Sekiro stagger where it was balanced and on screen and a good mechanic. No, it's stagger like I hate out of games where they included it as like kind of an afterthought, kind of like the stealth. Look, the title of my stream says it all. I love this game, but I hate this game. Because they've had so long to get it right for so much of the things that are what I would call wrong. They're just kind of on purpose and kind of a travesty. Oh no! Stop using that move right... Wow. Okay. I thought I had gotten out of that, but I guess not. Despawn, respawn, let's go, come on. You big jaggling buck. Fighting the same hairy... It's not even that it's boring, it's that it's lazy. And the enemy, it's the same damn enemy over and over, but it's got a different amount of health. It hits me harder, and because it's in different areas, it has this different status effects. Okay, fine, whatever, but when you make me fight one of that... Dude. Alright. I'm not gonna lie, enemy design is a problem. Like, enemy AI is a problem. The previous titles, they wouldn't just spam back-to-back BS against you. But, like, I can't even hit the dragon because it just keeps airborne, fire. Airborne, fire. I can't fly. I can't fly. The game is just being a dick. And that's one of my biggest gripes about combat AI, is that it just fundamentally tries to screw you the closer you get to their half health or lower. Don't ever think, oh, I just need to hit it one more time, because the game will make sure you don't hit it. Like... hitboxes suck! The best way to fight a dragon is hitting it in the head and staggering it. But the most effective way to fight a dragon in terms of landing hits on it because of the crappy ow hitboxes in this game is hitting it in the feet. And hoping that it doesn't just spam fire at you the whole damn time. Where did he go? Okay. Is he in the ruins? Bruh. I want to love this game. I want to love this game. I just find so much fault with design elements about it that they did on purpose, didn't have to do, and could have done better. Come on, man! How many times is it gonna breath attack? Really? Bro. Hit the damn dragon! Delay, delay, swing before you can dodge. Delay, delay, swing before you can dodge. Delay, delay, swing before you can dodge. Stupid. Airborne, way over there. Stupid. He literally just keeps running away and spamming fire at me. On the one hand, yes, if I'm a dragon, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be in the air and I'm gonna shoot fire at you. But on the other hand, it's a video game and it's supposed to let us fight the damn boss, not just sit there and watch a movie of what a dragon does. There's no rhythm. Like, I feel you, right? There should be a dance to it. There's no dance to this. The dance is one hit, run away so I don't get countered and killed all the way to death because they don't have a stamina bar. Bosses in previous Souls titles have a stamina bar. This is why there's a tempo. There's pacing. I get counterplay because they run out of stamina, and I time it right, and then I get my turn. This game doesn't have that. That's why when they do their full combo, they still can turn around and hit you immediately, like Morgott. Morgott's a great example. No stamina means he can just turn around and hit you immediately. Dude. This is so anticlimactic for how... The fights should be so cool, but I just can't hit him because of the hitboxes. It's so frustrating. I don't know. I enjoy previous titles, and then fights in this game feel more frustrating. Like, by the time I kill a boss, I'm just like, alright, what cheese do I have to avoid to manage to beat this? You know? I wouldn't mind it as bad as, except that it plays off of, like, 2 decades almost of conditioning. Because it feels like where all the previous titles would have given you a punish window, this title wants to beat you up for thinking that was your punish window. So it leaves me with, like, go in for what should be a punish window, swing one time, and then pay very close attention because they're probably hitting me back. Like the tree sentinel where his horse shoulder checks me because I swung on him after he missed a big ass attack or a 3-hit combo. Like the way that they've trained us to fight their bosses in previous titles, you know, is explicitly punished in this title, and it's not cool. Bosses will animate a movement that is meant to make you roll, and then the attack comes out that catches you after the roll. Okay, that's cute the first time. Oh man, it roll caught me! But there's no... Like, when I watch the minutia of the animations, they look the same. Going into an attack versus going into that long, slow, delayed wind-up. They're the same startup animation to trick you. And if you roll the attack, you get hit by the follow-up. Like the delay where it was... You know what I mean? If you roll from the attack coming out immediately, you're going to get hit by the roll catch, which is the slower attack. And then if you don't roll the immediate attack, then the game detects that you didn't press the roll button and uses that animation to launch an attack instead of a delay, because it just feels really arbitrary. I've even seen the game cancel animations to smooth roll into other animations because it was suited for, like, it I don't know. It does add variety, but when it can always delay to the perfect moment to roll catch me, it just kind of feels cheap, you know? Like, I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. I agree with you on the depth and the difficulty, right? I'm just saying that, like, in the implementation, by the time I get done with harder fights, because of I didn't see him there. Because of the, like, kind of arbitrary way that combat feels like it plays out. Because really, damage feels arbitrary. Stagger feels arbitrary. I can use the exact same moves on the exact same enemies in the exact same sequence, and sometimes they will stagger at the same spot in the sequence. Like explicitly when I'm playing Achilles, I get accustomed to getting a stagger after so many spear throws and then a jumping R2. But then I just randomly will not get that stagger from the exact same enemy with the exact same sequence out of me for no apparent reason. And that's why I think that they didn't put the stagger bar on screen like they did with Sekiro, because if I had a stagger bar on screen, I would know what to expect, and then they would have finite rules around which they had to play with the stagger. I see that I staggered them, they must be staggered. None of this Melania getting out of my shit because she feels like it. None of that. I'm just saying, like, for how long they've had to make this game perfect, it's not. And I love everybody who reviews games and stuff, but everyone's saying it's a 10 out of 10 automatically is lying. No, it's not. It's great. It's beautiful, but it is not perfect. And it's on purpose. Like, enemies come up from off-screen. This is the game's favorite tactic. Hive Mind hit you off-screen, and then hit you out of your attacks. This is the game's favorite tactic. And I know, the game has always been guilty of... Thank you so much for this sword. It just looks so freaking cool to be Dante swinging his sword around. I'm good. Stinger! Haha! But it's just the idea that they I don't know. I've been a big fan of Zully the Witch's channel for a long time. So back in the Dark Souls 3 days, she I think Zully's a she. I don't know. The character is portrayed as she, so I just call it she. Anyway, pronouns. The consistency. Yeah! Hitboxes are really good until they're really weird. I've noticed that. Hitboxes are really, really good until they're intentionally really weird. Like, I've noticed it most on Guts, when I'm swinging my big, colossal, two-handed greatsword, and normally it swings almost perfectly horizontal in front of me, until I'm trying to hit a rat that's just slightly on my elevation, and then instead of swinging at the rat, I swing almost in the air above me. And it's, like, not good, you know? Like, I don't know. These are things that they could have not done to us as players, but did. Every upgrade tier feels like it's just about 3 damage below enemy health. Like, yeah, dude. Oh, this whole game is guilty of that. My hitboxes magically made sure you weren't gonna connect, because at the last second I twisted around into these fucking... I twisted around into an attack I wasn't do... What the hell? Since when does that swing around like that? I don't know, but like I can have... Explosives don't clump. I can have a weapon, a two-handed colossal greatsword, and unless I am overkilling by like 400 damage, then I'm basically guaranteed that one swing is going to leave the enemy with about 3 health. Essentially, it's the idea that if I have to fight the group of enemies, I'm going to have to hit each enemy more than once. I'm guaranteed to have that happen. I don't care what I'm wielding. I don't care what my stats are. I almost died. I don't care what I'm wielding. I don't care what my stats are. I don't care if I'm two-handing it. If I press R1, the enemy will live with about 4 HP. It's going to happen. That's just how that works. I love this game. I hate that detail. There are so many minute things that make this so much fun to struggle through, but it's one, like, I enjoy playing the earlier areas more than the later areas. I don't like rehashed enemies. I especially don't like finding a boss that is... Uh-oh. I'm not a fan of fighting this enemy by myself. Yikes. All this mana. Yeah, this game added a few things to combat that I don't know if they were improvements. Most enemies this size have got a shockwave on their attacks, so I can't just block. I have to, like, jump and block and dodge. He threw a 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, I know. But this game also has arbitrary damage, because, like, I'm just getting tagged by the shockwave barely, but if I got hit by... I really just want to get to swing back, and the game likes to not let me. Like, stop it. Hello? Okay. Let me fight back. Stop stomping. Stupid ass. That attack. What? Hello? Nope, I guess not. Hey? Oh. Stop that. Hey! Kill my dogs. Yeah, earthquake attacks annoy me. I'm sure we've had them prior to this game, but earthquake attacks annoy me. I just don't like it. Not the good. Yeah, having 1900 health at least. Oh, 1930. Woo! Having 1900 health. Damn, you only get 30 more health from that 5 more points? That's nuts. That's nuts. Wait, what's giving me... Oh, yeah, no, yeah, because I have on this, which I no longer need? Question mark? Yeah, I no longer need that on. Right, so... It is more challenging, but it's slowed the pace down. In a bad way. Like, it broke combat in terms of how smooth combat used to be. I feel like Souls 3 had a good job. Bloodborne and Souls 3 had a good job. You fight the bosses smooth and fast. I haven't played Sekiro, but it feels like that's a similar, like, pacing, right? And then I can't say that I feel like we have that kind of pacing here. Like, it's not nearly as good. Yeah, 30 points of health for 5. That's crazy. That is nuts. You basically are almost forced to get one hit in and then get out and wait. And while that does kind of take it back more towards the older titles, it doesn't, right? Because in the older titles, the enemies were slower too. All of combat was just straight up more methodical. Slow. But, I mean, you can't fight these enemies slow. Fight Melania slow. You can't. Literally, basically every fight is a DPS race between you and the boss. I mean, I saw a documentary thing about Demon Souls, and they were talking about how when Demon Souls came out, they were doing like an interview about it, and they were explaining that it's basically the story of like the very weakest character being Like the very weakest character in the whole world, pretty much. Going through. The only thing with Elden Ring combat is consistency. Sometimes you do the same thing. Yes! 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 My brother's noticed the same shit, because at first he's like, I'm tired of hearing you complain about the game. So I just stopped complaining about it, right? Which led to him watching me play it more. Which led to him realizing, because he'll literally say, dude, I've been watching you, and all the stuff you were complaining about, I'm so mad about for you. Like, why is this like this? Why is this like that? I'm like, see? I'm not crazy. Like, this game is super good, but there are spots where it's super bad, and it's super on purpose. Look, if there's a group of enemies in front of me, my biggest argument against this game being 10 out of 10 is the intentional camera lock-on problem. I don't know a good example, I don't know a good place to show it off, but basically, anywhere where there's like a cliff, or not even a cliff. If there's a bush nearby with those little lemur monkeys, you're locking onto the lemur monkeys, not the group of enemies in front of you about to hit you. Or if there is just a big group of enemies, you're locking onto the enemy all the way in the back, but it's gonna look like you're locked onto the guy in the front. Until the guy in the front is moving around you, behind you, swinging on you, and you're still swinging away at a guy who's 20 feet away. Because that's who you were locked onto the whole time. You can move the camera, you can adjust the camera. I'm not worried about the camera, I'm worried about the lock-on. When I go to lock on, I lock onto a useless target. I'll go over here by the Repudiator. This group of demis is a good example. I'm gonna walk up to this group of demi-humans, I'm going to lock on. It's going to lock on to one of the enemies behind the guy in front of me, and all the enemies I'm not locked onto are going to swarm around me and abuse my camera. The dragonflies are the worst. They will, if you're locked onto them, they'll just sit there and make you dizzy. And then they will fly until they're in your camera's blind spot, and then they will literally make an animation of laughing, and then they will hit you. And then they will fly around till you can't see them again. I can't stand the damn dragonflies. Anyway, let me come over here real quick. It's not the camera. I say the camera lock on. It's the lock on, right? Come over here. Big group. Locked onto that guy. Okay, I need to pull the group and then lock on. Ready? Hit this guy. Move back. Out. Move back. So, we're gonna face towards the group and lock on. Ah! Man! It's making me a liar now. Okay, fine. It made me a liar that time. It locked onto the guy directly closest to me. Most of the time when it locks on to the most useless-ass target. They are trying to swarm around me, though. Like, get behind my camera. Typically what the demis will do is that one of them will take point, and he'll try to get you to look at him, while the rest flank you from the butt. I'm trying to kite back enough to get more demis after me. I want a bigger fight. Whee! I have so much health that I don't even think they can kill me. Oh wow, that's ridiculously strong. What? I need to read. Does that have a follow-up? It doesn't need a follow-up, but I need to read it. Okay, cool. So it's just the one. Still, that is nutso. Yeah, dragonflies are ridiculous. I'm super glad they don't do more damage, or they would probably be one of the worst enemies in the game. Like, the rats and the dogs are about the worst. Hey, it's that time again. I need the bathroom. I'll be right back. Slapping small bald men with hair that's cut off. I just picture myself standing there just, you don't have any hair, just flinging it around. Oh no. And they're all just, he's taunting our baldness, Nappa and Krillin are in the back like, what do you say about bald people? Oh no. Slapping small bald men with hair that's cut off. Oh. See, this is why these... Yeah, see, he looks awesome. Who needs a shirt anyway? This is Elden Ring. Hell yeah, let me go beat something up with Dante real quick. Fuck them. Ooh, I haven't killed this guy yet. I don't know how, but I haven't killed this guy yet, so let's go do that. Smoldering Church. I don't know if I've killed Anastasia yet either. No, like, from a content standpoint, you think about it. Almost the only names that don't start with an R or a G or an M, and even Morn starts with an M, but I was going to say the only names that are, like, not new... Hold on, how do I phrase this thought? They carried over a bunch of names from previous titles, Irina, Morn, and a few others, and then all the other names start with a G, an R, or an M, because of George R.R. Martin. I can't think of but like 3 characters whose names don't start with a G, an R, or an M. Actually, let me see. Big Boggart, Fia, Bach. Yeah, there you go. There you go. And Hyetta. There you go. I thought of 4. Thop. Ooh, I've thought of 5 whole characters whose names don't start with a Shabriri. I didn't think of that one though, but yes, there you go. But do you see what I mean though? Most of the, like, you have to hunt through your mind to be like, which characters in this game aren't named GR or M, right? Because it's most of them. And like, that's fine and all, except that when there are 7, 8, 12 characters whose names are almost identical, you're dead, friend. Ow. Stop. Irina's not new, no. In Dark Souls 3, at least, you have Irina and Morn. Morn, what was his name? Egon, maybe? Castle Morn is the place in this game, but you had... Irina was the chick who was supposed to be... I think she was supposed to be a firekeeper. Maybe? She's in the jail cell in the undead village. I forget the exact name of the level. But she's in the jail cell in the second area, and you have to get the key or drop down in the right spot to get to her, and then unlock her cell. And then when you come through, Egon is sitting there, and he's like, oh, so you helped her, huh? Interesting. Right. Her name's Irina. And then he's from, like, Morn or whatever. It's like their faith or something. He's like a Knight of Morn or something to that effect. But Irina and Morn are 2 names they carried over. They didn't name the father the same thing. His name's Edgar, not Egon. But still, it would have been nice to see... Like, on the one hand, you could think of it as an Easter egg. It's a nod to the older titles. On the other hand, with as much content as is in this big old game, they should have deviated more from the old stuff, in my opinion. Like, it's fine to have 140-hour... Like, it's the biggest open-world game ever! Great. But is it a good thing that they did that? I don't think so. I'm of the firm opinion that this game would have been way better if we would have had mostly just the legacy dungeons with a little bit of like other stuff around them, because you could have totally just had the legacy dungeons as a Dark Souls game and not had the whole open world bit, and I think it would have been fine. I see so many recycled enemies throughout the game that now that I think about it, there's only like 24 enemy types throughout the whole game, really? It's just reskins of all of it? I have soldiers, I have nobles, I have commoners, I have bears and rune bears, I have dogs and rats, I have dragonflies, I have this guy that we see about 8 times, the Tibia Mariners, I have grafted scions, you have the undeads, the skeletons and whatnot, you have the imps that are the same across every area you see them. Let's see. Crucible Knights, Bloodhound Knights, Tree Sentinels, Putrid Tree Spirits. Apart from like actual bosses, and even a lot of the bosses are just reused in later areas as regular enemies, which we know from previous Souls titles, we of the Souls community view that as lazy. We know from Dark Souls 2 that, okay, that's annoying. We know from Dark Souls 2 that the players don't like one-way dungeons that, like, you run through it and then have, like, a teleport or whatever that leads you out. The Souls community isn't a big fan of that. We know this from Dark Souls 2. And this game's just chock full of it. And most of those enemies are pointlessly, kind of like how Bloodborne did itself a disservice with the Chalice dungeons, because then you had to fight Rom again in a Chalice dungeon for no fucking reason, or Amygdala again in a Chalice dungeon for no fucking reason. Like, some of the Chalice dungeon bosses are cool, because you don't see them anywhere else in the game. That's cool. Give me content I can't find anywhere else. Give me a reason to play through it. Yeah, I like the open world aspect of it. I think they did a good enough job of that. I don't like that it's an open world FromSoft game, because I think they tried to go too heavily into the open world and we gave you so much content, and they just really reused a ton of shit instead of actually giving us a bunch of creativity. There's like 15 Putrid Tree Spirits. There's 3 of them in one spot in Lanedell. At one point, like after you ashen the capital and then go back, there are 3 of that one boss monster in the same area. Why? Why? Like, that's not creativity. Ornstein and Smough is a great fight because the 2 of them play off each other and balance each other. You need to strategize to play against both of them, and you're able to do that because it's designed that way. Oh, look, a dog. But the game is made that way. The boss fight is made that way. This game, they literally in the last patch had to tweak a bunch of the duo boss fights because they just took 2 bosses who were literally solo encounters and threw them in an arena together without any changes to the AI or pacing. That's why the Godskin duo both throw their fireball at the same time every time you heal. Because they didn't make a duo boss. They just lazily took 2 solo bosses and threw them in one arena. And gave them a 3.5 times health bar. And permanent respawning. No, not good game design. If that's how they expanded the game to make it longer, we could have done away with all that. I feel like we would have... The Grafted Scion is way more impressive if I see it once, maybe twice. If I see it 20 times throughout the game, it's no longer nearly as cool. Like you said, the spinning snake lizard thing is super boring the millionth time you fight him. My god, how bored are we all of fighting the Tree Sentinel? Not the Tree Sentinel, the Erd Tree Spirit guy. Every time I pull up on an Erd Tree... As much as I hated fighting Wormface, it was cool to see something at an Erd Tree that wasn't just another Erd Tree Sentinel, you know? Like, I love that this game is so big. I constantly get lost exploring it. It's really disappointing to explore. What? Did this guy follow me all the way up here? That's some diligence. You deserve to get killed. Yeah. Yeah. That's my big gripe about it, right? Is like, for all of the giant world they made, it forced them to have to recycle a ton of times. And, I mean, the dungeon layouts are really cool, but when every dungeon that is a catacombs is gonna have either skeletons or the reused thralls, because those are just reskins. The imps are just a reskin of a Dark Souls 3 enemy. I don't like that. The banished knights are just reskins of the Lothric knights. Like, they reskinned a bunch of assets from previous titles. The crabs, the giant crabs, totally just reskins. What are they? The Erdtree Sentinels? Those guys are just basically a reskin of the Abyssal Demon. Like, they basically got super, super, super lazy with this game, and everyone's raving about it because it's big and pretty. It is big and pretty, but it is not perfect. It's lazy. It's a ton of rehashed crap. The stealth in this game is Garbo. It's Garbo. This is bad stealth. When I can just sneak and then run into the back of an enemy, yeah, dude. They put a new aesthetic on the Lothric Knights, but go back to Dark Souls 3. Go to High Wall of Lothric and go fight that Lothric Knight right after the Mimic Chest. He's the same fighting style as the Banished Knight that you fight on your way through Stormvale. They fight identical. Now they have that weapon art that adds the, that's another thing. Why in the fuck does every enemy get 7 Ashes of War no matter what weapon they're using, and I only get 1? Like, literally, I've seen any given enemy will use more than 1 Ash of War while you're fighting it. Pretty much every enemy with a Great Shield can hit me with his Great Shield, just as a matter of fact. They removed Kick except as a, They removed Kick except as like a, Now it's an Ash of War instead of just being a function of the button, even though you still have backstepping attacks for certain attacks. Do I have a weapon? Yes. So, I'm charging this and I press circle, I will cancel out of the attack before I actually use it. See? Yep. Yep. It's basically the same moveset. It's just reskinned. Like I said, I'm working on going into game design, so these things I pay attention to. And like, there's a lot of really good in this game, but there's a whole lot of lazy that I'm kind of disappointed by, because they had a long time to work on this, and I'm pretty sure they delayed it a little bit, for that matter. And like, guys, come on now, you know? I don't know. I love this game, but at the same time, like I said, there are details about it that I hate. When I went to try to show you the camera thing, it didn't work. But I promise you, at very important, crucial moments, the lock-on will be against you. Like, not the camera itself, but my lock-on targeting, right? When I click in that right thumbstick, at very important moments, it will lock onto useless things. I've had this game lock onto enemies I can't see, that are on the other side of nearby walls, just so I won't lock onto the enemy that's about to smack me in the face. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't think that's fair. You know? Not good. But yeah, Lothric Knights, the Banished Knights. At least the Banished Knights are walking around with a halberd and no shield instead of the damn spear. Because that spear and great shield was not it. He was tough as fuck. I did not like him. I don't know. help him out. Here's a new enemy. I can't say we've ever had warrior jars. This is actually pretty cool. This is actually a pretty... yeah. The combat pace sucks. It's not... I can walk up to the same enemy and he's just as likely to delay for 3 seconds and then throw out a swing I can't dodge at human reflexes unless I know the timing. Or he's just as likely to 6-hit combo me, but all from the same animation as what I just saw coming out for the delayed swing. Like, I knew what kind of game I was in for the first time I fought Tree Sentinel. And he went to do... He didn't attack, I dodged around it, and then I hit him, and I went to hit him again, and the horse shoulder checked me. I knew right then what kind of game I was in for, and I haven't been wrong yet. It's been wonderful, but boy has it been frustrating at all the moments that almost make victory feel bittersweet. I don't know. Like, the idea that this is a story about the weakest possible person in the world triumphing over every possible, like, against every odd, you know, actually being the one to win, that's pretty cool. But that being said, yeah, I have a Guts build. And, like, with Guts, I can pretty much go in, trade, because, I mean, Lion's Fang has hyper armor, and I'm swinging Guts' greatsword, so... ew. Ew, there's an angle I never wanted to see in my life. Disgusting. Blech. How? In what? Hello? What? Yikes. Are you gonna come down here? No, you're gonna use air bullets out on me, aren't you? Oh, here's one. I was over at... Yeah, no finger butthole. Oh god. It was like an adversarial summon sign, like, tattooed on his gooch. It was like just bright red. I was like, oh no! Oh no, man. No, but over by Caelid, over in Caelid, I was trying to get into... Fuck off. I was trying... There's something. They did great. They added flying enemies. Super cool. Only one problem with it. The bats aren't near as bad as the birds. I just can't stand that the birds just sit there out of reach and then they fly and hit you from behind the whole time. Because if you watch that arc of that attack they do, they swing around you and hit you from behind. I can be facing the bird, holding up a shield, and it hits me from behind my shield. Like the hitbox comes from the side of your character and behind your character to hit you. Every time. I find fault with that. Because, like, how am I supposed to fight the fucking thing? You can't stun lock anything. They can stun lock you, though. You will damn sure get staggered to death in this game, but you ain't staggering nothing. Get away from me! It's not the good. It's not the good. Oh, Deathbird. I can fight a Deathbird. Matter of fact, if I get the Deathbird out here... Here's a great example of the game being a total douche canoe. Ow. These rams interfere with my fight. The bats interfere with my fight. The camera will try to make me lock onto the bats. Where's Deathbird? Where is he? Oh, there he is. Come on, stupid head. Ow. I don't know how that hit me. Giant! Ow. I don't care which one of you. Are you talking about the giant murder crows? Or you mean the storm eagles? The Stormhawks, rather. Okay. See? The game is explicitly not making them swing near each other. I'm trying to make them hit each other. The game is making them not do that. Specifically. Hello? Please? Anything at all. Ow! Ow! Now I'm getting hit with air bullets and death scream. Love to see it. Yeah, the Stormhawks, not cute. This guy's just cheap as fuck. He's guilty of what I call watchdog behavior. That is to say, the watchdog in... Oh, I need more Sacred Tears. This much fucking hell. Damn it. Dude, do you ever stop comboing? So I get to... That's watchdog behavior. I sit directly in front of you until you attack me, and then my hitbox pivots 90 degrees left or right. Oh my god, that's how little I've hit him. I'm out of heals, because he keeps watchdogging. You can't hit him! Bruh. Bruh. Balanced. And then he has that ridiculous grab attack that comes out of absolutely nowhere. Stop. Stop. Bruh. Okay. Delayed attack the game! Stop shouting at me! Oh my god. What is this? Like, really? I don't feel like I have 1900 health. I feel like this boss is dog shit. It can... it feels like I'm a character from Dark Souls 1 who's up against enemies that belong in Bloodborne or Dark Souls 3 DLC. As much as anything. Like, the enemies are just... What? Bro. Fair and balanced gameplay. Dickhead. Seriously! These enemies are like... Oh, come on! You see it? Roll catch 101. He went up! I dodged. His attack came out right at the end of my dodge. Because of course it did. And of course it landed exactly... That's the other thing. Enemy attack tracking got improved to the nth degree for this game. If you go back to previous titles, I can let an attack start and then just move myself, and the attack will not follow for most of the attacks. It's like how the combat works, fundamentally. Not this. No, no. No, no. In this? No. We follow you. We gonna get you. Yeah. They're out for blood in this fucking title. I swear. Where did I even die? Over here. No. Yes. Yeah, over here. Another... I feel like all I do is complain about this game, but it's one of those things where I've had such high expectations and such high hopes for it that the things that are letting me down are not things I'll be able to just ignore. Because, like, at a fundamental level, like, I could have fought that guy better, but I mean... Oh, dude, the fake difficulty is insane in this game. Like, the random spikes in difficulty for the sake of, like, get good. Like, I think the best thing I saw about this game in terms of a review of the combat was that every enemy is hard unless you find a way to make it easy. Oh, no, 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 no. I need to go get my souls. I just realized I'm running around with millions of souls on this character. I can't afford to die twice. I forgot entirely about that factor at all. So now I need to go get my souls. Yay. No, but it's just one of those things where, like, the lore doesn't justify, like, the leaps. Ooh, speaking of leaps, that would have been less than ideal, and I don't trust the horse. Oh my god, yes. The delay, it's not... I don't like to say, it's not fair about a Souls game, because it's not meant to be fair. But that being said, it's counterintuitive, and it plays against all of your tendencies, right? It plays against what feels smooth, and fuck, I was in the right spot and went down. It plays against what feels smooth and instinctual. It doesn't feel good to, like, when I fight Margit, not Morgott, same person, different fight. When I fight Margit, I like, when I fight Margit successfully, it usually consists of, did I get a few lucky staggers? And they're lucky staggers because there's no consistency on stagger. It's arbitrary. I've seen it stagger, and then I've seen it not stagger from the same sequence of things. I can't get a good read on what an enemy's weak spot is for some of them. Some of them it's fine. It's easy. Don't make me fight the murder crows. I don't like them. The ones in Caelid, and then you have the rotten versions in Moog's area. But, like, don't make me fight no murder crows. That's bullshit. The whole, it makes the sound, and on the one hand, I understand. Crows imitate sounds, and it's kind of a cool detail. But it makes the literal sound of you, oh, that's what I wanted that for. That's right. I did that to come over here to get... It makes the literal sound of you staggering it. So you think, oh, I staggered it. So you go to capitalized, and then it grabs you. And probably kills you if you didn't level vigor. I don't like when game developers intentionally trick their players. I'm not a fan of it. In Bloodborne, when you go through the fishing hamlet and you're in that town and you're in that building that looks just like the building from the beginning of the game, only instead of a dude in a wheelchair shooting you, then it blows up. Like, that's funny, right? But if they had done that 20 more times or whatever, not so funny. It's cute to bait the player in and kill them once. I don't play Neo because there are parts of the early game, like one of the first few levels, where there's these series of cliffs, and you have to walk along the cliffs, and you can't dodge. You have nowhere to go, just along the cliff, and then all along the cliff are these holes where bats come pouring out, who do you damage and knock you off. And you have nowhere to go. You can't dodge. They wait till you're in the middle of like in between, so you're not gonna skirt past them or hang out before they. No, they knock you off. And if the first set doesn't knock you off, there's like 3 more, and then you get past that, and then there's a bunch more. Like, no. All of this just to try to go fight ridiculously tough enemies that are designed to, like, murder you dead, and you're supposed to be good enough at the combat to not get killed. Okay, great. If the combat's hard, don't make the run back stupid. That's why people don't like a lot of certain areas in older Souls titles. Some of the bosses are just a nightmare, and then the boss run is an even bigger nightmare. Like, some of the areas in Souls 2 are just, like, total trash because the boss run sucks, and then the boss itself sucks. Like, one or the other, but not both, you know? I understand Souls is supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be challenging. It's supposed to make us grow as players and get better as gamers. I get it. I get it. I enjoy it. Mostly. I feel like there are specific details of this title that they didn't need to go for, that they did go for, and as design choices, I just don't agree with it, you know? It's not a bad game. It's a very good game. Stop it. Get some help. Yeah. Yeah. It's a really good game, but there are fundamentals of it where it's really, like I've never gotten to Melania to fight Melania, so I don't personally know how hard the Melania fight is gonna be. I know Chase the Bro, I'm a big fan of his content. He said when he did his playthrough, now he used Bleed and Moonveil a lot on his playthrough, but when he did his playthrough, he said he beat the whole game at level 50, and when he fought Melania, it took him hours using a katana, and then he switched to the halberd and beat her first try because of the stagger. Like, some enemies, depending on what you, like how you approach every fight will affect how hard or easy every fight is. Look, Tree Sentinel, if you walk right up to him right out the gate, he's probably going to body you. If you go to gate front, get your horse and pick up the claymore, or the Lordsworn Greatsword, and put that in both hands, and ride the horse, and hit him with a charged R2, and then ride away, and hit him with a you'll have a way easier fight. Like, it's all about... The game is designed around the tool set available to you, and how you want to take the tool set and utilize it to confront the different challenges that are presented. That being said, it feels like the game reacts to what you're doing and then adapts to it and tries to use it against you, you know? It's like, oh, you're having fun? Good. You'll run through a whole camp of enemies. You'll be one-shotting and two-shotting, well, 2 and 3-shotting, sorry. You'll be 2 and 3-shotting everything. And then all of a sudden... Wait, why did... It jumped way high up in the chat. I don't know how. Like, it jumped all the way up on the list of messages. Yes, you're actually practice for the NPCs. It does feel that way a lot of the time. Like, it feels like the enemies are just like, oh, good, you walked right into our death pit. Ha 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 ha. Die, 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 die. I was over in Caelid, and I was trying to get around, like, how you go to the front door of Caelid here, and, like, this bit right here, right, where the giant is and all that, right? Well, I was over here, and I had killed the second catapult guy, the one up top. I'd killed the catapult guy, and I was looking around, and I wasn't even looking at the cliff where the giant was, because he had wandered off. And no sooner am I not looking, and I'm standing next to the ledge, and all of a sudden I get hit by an air bullets, you know, when they do that shouting attack that every enemy in the game seems to possess. I can kind of understand the troll having the ability to shout with enough force to hit you with wind bullets. The rune bears? Why can the rune bears use air? Why can the rune bears use air jutsu, wind jutsu? Why do the rune bears have air bullets? Make it stop. I don't know. Really good game, but like, it's definitely not going to be for everyone. If anything, I would tell people to play Bloodborne before I would ever tell them to play Elden Ring. I think Bloodborne is a much more better balanced game. I think Bloodborne, or as you were, Elden Ring is really hard until you find your playstyle. Oh my god, the rune bears are ridiculous, dude. You know what I'm talking about, the rune bears? The big bears? For no good fucking reason. Like when you go... Where is he? I accidentally had a marker there, I think. No, maybe not. When you go over here, there's a rune bear that spawns right there. I don't know why the rune bears have to be so ridiculous. They're not as bad as well, no. for the health they have. Dude, where is it? Grail's Dragon Barrow. The Rune Bear in the cave in Grail's Dragon Barrow. When you try to go get Bull Goat Talisman, I didn't realize that it has like 10 or 15,000 HP. And it's not a boss or anything, it's just a regular old Rune Bear. But it's got like 10 or 15,000 HP, right? And I didn't realize that. Yeah, dude. Yeah, the Winnie the Pooh at the consecrated snowfield will one-shot you and your max level. That's so... Because there's finite limits on health in this damn game. And now I get jumped. Now here's what's dumb as fuck to me, is he will knock me down, and if I get knocked down, then my summon disappears. Hello? Ow. Ow. I was about to say that I don't think stagger exists here, but we got one. Oh, it didn't matter anyway. You're really terrifying me right now, and I would like you to stop that. Ow! Come back! Okay. Ow. I don't like that he chews after he takes a bite out of me. He's like, oh, no. Yikes. Ow. Yay! Revenants are easy. All you have to do is cast a heal spell. I've never once, as soon as I realized that I can just cast heal and knock over the Revenant, I've never been afraid of it ever since. Now granted, for other characters who can't cast heal, it's not nearly as easy. But Havel can cast heal, so I didn't care. Because like Havel's the character I've gone there, right there. Right there! Did you see how the camera locked onto the guy who's not even a threat? Ugh. Dude, yes, I know. And then when they're not doing their endless attack combo, they're spitting a poison stream at you and then teleporting everywhere. I know. Enemy design, they went crazy. You're a Dark Souls 1 you're a Dark Souls 1 you're a Dark Souls 1 player character against Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne enemies on steroids. Like if every enemy had a Sister Freed combo going on, you know? These dudes are some of the biggest bullshit in the game. Get me started on them. The fucking Caden sellswords. This right here is a perfect example. He's just not near me for me to be able to do anything. Thank you. See the camera again? Locked onto useless. Yay! This is supposed to have lightning on it. Oh well. But yeah, no. Revenants are terrible if you don't have heal. If you have heal, they're easier than hell, but without heal, they're pretty awful. I don't know why I'm up here now. I've already done all this. Yes, snitch on me. I don't care. Ow! Hang on. What kind of headband is that mage wearing? Get me up there! Get me up there! Thank you. Aha! Okay, perfect. Alright, neat. Okay, yes, bark, 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 bark. Bark, bark. I'm still in combat. I don't know. It's a really good game. It's got a lot of flaws. Ah, sad. The body of my wolf. Wait, how? What? How did my wolf's spectral body fall over? Where'd that dude come from? Alright, then I need to bring Achilles over here, and I need to farm up those guys until I get that headband, because that's the headband I need for Achilles, because that's the headband that, like, the nobles wear. Neat! Well, I think 3 hours of streaming is good enough for now. I am going to call it a wrap. It appears as though my friend has departed. Thank you for hanging out for a while. It was nice to have my first actual, like, stream where there was a person present. Anyway, I am StiffMidget. This is Elden Ring. You all are awesome. I did it again.
Hey!
Oh, he sounds so dumb. Hey! Ball!